Good morning everyone and welcome to today's video. So today's video is another Travel Tip Thursday video, and this is about early park admission at Universal, so let's get started. So there's a lot of misconception about early park admission when it comes to Universal because it is completely different than over at Disney. So if you think you know early park admission because you've done it at Disney, throw it out of your head because it's different. Here's why. You do not have to stay on property to get early park admission. Let me say it again. You do not need to stay on property to get early park admission. That's right. Here's the deal. With early park admission at Universal, there are 3 ways to get early park admission. Okay, so obviously, number 1 is to stay at a Universal resort. Those resorts who are partnered with Universal are the Dockside, Surfside, which are the Endless Summer resorts, Cabana Bay, Aventura, Sapphire Falls, Royal Pacific, Hard Rock, and Portofino Bay. So, obviously, if you are staying at one of the resorts, you have early park admission. Number 2 is to have one of the top 2 annual passes, and those are the Premier Annual Pass and the Preferred Annual Pass. If you have an annual pass, whether you are staying on property, if you are staying off property, if you are driving from your house because you live locally, you will receive early park admission. You will have to have it out so that they can scan it. The third one, which is really important, maybe you're coming for a couple days, maybe you don't want an annual pass, maybe you are popping over for one day in the middle of a Disney vacation. If you book through a travel agent, you automatically get early park admission. That's right. A perk of booking through a travel agent. Not only are you supporting a small business, but you get early park admission, which puts you in the park ahead of everyone else. Now, this isn't something that a lot of people will tell you. Why? Because a lot of times people want to keep that information to themselves. To me, I'm like, hey, the more people who know this, the better, because it may be a perk that they don't know they get. You would not believe how many times I say something about, oh, didn't your travel agent tell you this? And they're like, no. Side note, this is something that happened while we were there. Sam and I did early park admission because, 1, we were staying on property, so we got it anyway. 2, we have a preferred annual pass. We would have had early park admission either way. A family in front of us on the Mummy was talking about how the only thing that didn't have a 10-minute wait was the Fast and the Furious ride. Mummy was like 20 minutes at this point. And I went, I don't mean to eavesdrop, but did you guys use a travel agent? And the gal goes, yeah, and we had to wait with everyone else. And I went, didn't your travel agent tell you that you got early park admission? And the lady looked at me and went, excuse me? I went, yeah, if you book through a travel agent, you get early park admission. It's in your e-docs that they would have sent you with your ticket. And sure enough, in the paperwork, it said early park admission. I felt so bad for this family. They were only there one day, and they had no idea. So we're standing in the queue line of the Mummy, like on the stairs that you go up to get to load. And I'm given like all this information, and this lady is looking at me like, my travel agent didn't tell me any of this, and she's one of my best friends. And I'm thinking, I don't want to be on the opposite end of the text or phone call that happens later. So, to recap, there are 3 ways. 3 ways to get early park admission at Universal. 1, obviously, stay on property. 2, if you have an annual pass, the Preferred or the Premier, which are the top 2 tier annual passes. If you have a seasonal or power pass, sorry, early park admission is not one of your benefits. But definitely pays to find out how much it is to upgrade if that's the annual pass that you have. Number 3 is to book through a travel agent. Again, not only are you supporting a small business, you do get that early park admission perk. So that's it for today's travel tip video. I hope this helps someone. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.